the Texans have been getting a lot of praise. It's been cool. There is a podcast that features two Colts defenders. One, linebacker Zaire Franklin. Two, EJ Speed. I got to say, I would listen to this podcast because I enjoy these two. Here they are talking about C.J. Stroud playing against the Indianapolis Colts.
First of all, it was mad annoying. Ain't nothing worse in the defense than when you get them off schedule. Like, you get them 1st and 20, 2nd and 20, 3rd and 16, and them get it. Oh, my God. What?
It hurt. That hurt.
Yeah,
That's
that shit hurt,
insane,
bro. So, like,
you back on the ball.
Oh, my God. You mad as shit on that first down. Like, that's when you get the, what the happened? Ooh.
On their side of the 50, you back on it.
Bro. Look, we covering man to man. I swear to God, I'm on Singletary. Covering man. I see the pocket collapsing. Singletary start, trying to break free. Scramble drill. I plaster. Eyes on it. Woo. He break. All right, whatever. Then I see the ball go. I think it's going out of bounds. I'm just watching that bitch. Then I see Nico just running for that bitch. Ain't no way. He ain't doing. He caught that bitch. I'm like, Singletary just look at me like, that's CJ.
Yeah.
And that just let me know, like, dang, he be doing like that all the time.
Mm.
One, that's an awesome perspective. Two, shout out to the colorful language. FCC won't let us be, so let me be me. But
no shout out. It makes my job way harder.
I'm sorry about that, Sean. Shout out to you censoring all those swears.
It took 15 minutes to censor all this.
Because there's a second part that we'll play a little bit later in the show. But all that positivity, all these vibes, guys, you can't listen to it. We're starting a new segment right now. The Texans have gone from us being happy when they get praised to now we can't have them getting praised. What would Nick Saban do? What would Bill Belichick do? They would tell their players to close their ear holes. So let's introduce a new segment. It's called Rat Poison.
Got this rat annoying, heating right.
Have you been hearing compliments about you?
I'm trying to get our players to listen to me instead of listening to you guys. All that stuff you write about how good we are and all that stuff they hear on ESPN, it's like poison, like rat poison.
Don't pay attention.
It's a trap.
Earmuffs.
Ignore the rat poison. So, wasn't just those two Indianapolis Colts on a podcast. It was also Chris Long, who I like a lot if you've listened to his Go Long podcast, with his brother Kyle Long, who had some very high praise for Stroud.
You can say I'm jumping out of the gym, but
Hall of Fame?
No, but we've been talking about this all year, and I do think eventually, sure. It's his first year, dude, with a rookie head coach, a defensive head coach. They lost Tank Dell. They weren't a talented team to start the year objectively, and they just beat Cleveland at home, a team that a lot of people thought matched up really well with them, and I think they got a shot this weekend. I'll just say that.
I don't want to hear that. And the Texans shouldn't want to hear that. And to their credit, C.J. Stroud seems to get it. C.J. Stroud was basically asked about all those people in the national media that are calling this game house money for the Texans. We have that, Sean. Here he is at yesterday's press conference.
That's not my thought process or our team's. We're just doing our job. We don't really pay attention to what people say. It's not up to them on what goes on the field. So it's really just up to us to go out there and do our jobs. And we believe in ourselves, and we trust in ourselves to win games and hopefully win this game. We have complete confidence in ourselves. So we're not really worried about what everybody else got to say.
I like that. Again, ignore all of the noise. Playing with house money. Oh, you're lucky to be here. That's essentially the implication. But C.J. Stroud seems focused. Derek Stingley seems focused. He's posting pictures of Richard Sherman. Don't mess with the best. Don't talk about the best. Like right after he got that interception and started yelling at Aaron Andrews during the NFC Championship game all those years ago. Because Stingley, I think, wants more people to recognize how good he's been. They got a chip on their shoulder. I'm going to give them more chips on their shoulder. Did you see that despite basically having the exact same numbers, that C.J. Stroud got a 77 from Pro Football Focus while Jordan Love got a 92.5. And if we're going to go a little bit further with this, Sean, would we not agree that C.J. Stroud's targets on Saturday night were significantly less open than every single time Jordan Love threw the ball Sunday against the terrible Dallas Cowboys?
Yeah. I mean, there are a few wide open ones to Nico Collins and to Schultz.
That's true.
But there was some that were tight. I mean, everyone on the Packers was wide ass open. So
I don't know what the Cowboys.
There's a touchdown. I mean, I think we talked about it on Monday where literally there's not a Cowboy on the screen for the entire play. It was crazy.
Yeah, that one where he turns
to the
around,
tight end,
stops completely,
and then runs in. And
honestly, shouldn't Love have points taken away on Pro Football Focus for a crap throw there? I don't know, like maybe, but he got Love a 92.5 from, and C.J. Stroud got a 77. Pro Football Focus seems to have an anti-Stroud bias. I got in an argument with their Irishman, Sam Monson, who runs the website, who basically admitted that, yeah, he's biased to Bryce Young over C.J. Stroud, even though, like, anyone with eyeballs can tell you, don't. And there's another guy, Steve Palazzolo, who believes that the Texans won entirely because of Bobby Slowick, and he believed that Stroud was going to be a bust going into the year. Didn't change his mind the same way Colin Cowherd did. Pro Football Focus seems to have an anti-CJ Stroud bias. I'm actually being serious on that front, even though it kind of gets annoying to talk about how certain entities have biases against certain players.
Yeah, and it's also like, I don't know, they could just have a different writer that loves CJ Stroud and one who hates him.
Right, that's true.
It is like, there's
those are the two most prominent ones for Pro
and
Football
it is
Focus
nice
stuff.
to see the Irish and the Italians unite on a front. I just wish, actually, no, it's good that it's on this front, because we're battling back all the rat points.
Right.
We have Chris Long and the Colts linebackers. What do they know about football?
Exactly.
CJ, listen to Sam Monson and Palazzolo.
Yeah, listen to some random Irishman who believes that he knows more about football than J.J. Watt. Because he got in a back and forth with J.J. Watt the other day. He's like, oh, let me explain the analytics. Like, shut up, dude. You think Bryce Young's better than Stroud. It's fine. Admit you're wrong and move on. More non-rat poison. This is rat food, which I suppose would be anything. Like a dead body.
Here's some cheese.
Right, exactly. Here's some cheese, CJ. Here's some cheese, Texans. ESPN has CJ Stroud just 12 in the MVP list of players this past season. It's behind Dak Prescott, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, CeeDee Lamb, Christian McCaffrey, Micah Parsons, Myles Garrett, Brock Purdy, Matt Stafford. The Purdy one, get the hell out of here with that. I'm sorry. Get out. 4 interceptions in like the do-or-die game against the Baltimore Ravens. No. He's a game manager. I don't care what anyone tells me. He is a game manager. He is like Kyle Shanahan's special little boy, but he is also a game manager.
Yes. Congratulations, Brock Purdy, for being better than Jimmy Garoppolo.
Right, exactly.
And Jimmy Garoppolo, by the way, made a Super Bowl.
That's true. And Jimmy Garoppolo, handsome.
Purdy. I'll go.
NFL.com, meanwhile, has the Texans ranked 6th in power rankings of all teams left, ahead of just the Packers, 7, and the Bucs, who they ranked 9th. There's 8 playoff teams left.
At least the Texans aren't the Bucs. All right, they're getting ranked. They're getting ranked behind a team that lost.
The Cowboys are ranked 8th in these NFL playoff power rankings.
That's very fun.
Which is dumb. They got smoked by the Packers. What are we doing here?
I mean, it's just fun. Yeah, it should be the Rams. If anything,
Right.
if you told me you think the Rams are better than the Bucs, I'd be like, yeah, probably.
Yeah, they almost beat the Lions. That was a close game.
Probably are. But I do like the move though, to just be like, you know what, you're worse. You might make the NFC title game, but you might be worse than the Cowboys.